Oh, hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and whatever time zone you're in. Welcome to Overwatch. This is not really a walkthrough, because it's anything's a walkthrough. This is kind of a post walkthrough, but you know what? Let's actually give a verdict on this. I think it's time. I played a bunch of matches for the past couple of days, and even before that too. I played Overwatch off and on. But I think we got to the point because of Overwatch 2 is coming out. And also, if I remember right, Overwatch 1, their server, sadly is going to be ending on October 2nd so they can transition to Overwatch 2 on October 4th. Spoiler alert, I might play Overwatch 2 just on Tuesday. As soon as it comes out, I'll try to join some matches and see what the hype is about. I think this is kind of like a beta, or no. This is the official release for Overwatch 2. Okay, so anyway, verdict for Overwatch 1. And I thought about it too. I thought about all the negatives and the positives. There was a lot of positives. There was a lot of positives more than the negative that I noticed. Well, anyway, let's just get to it. I give it a 9 out of 10. A multiplayer game that gets a 9 out of 10. Well, it's not the first time. I mean, Rainbow Six Siege got a 9 out of 10 also, and I highly enjoyed that one too. But if I have to compare the two, I love Overwatch better. I was trying to really think of a strong negative about it, like its level system is a grind to level up. No, it's designed that once you work with the team or once you get better, you level up pretty fast. So the level up's not a grind. I was trying to get onto it for its loot boxes that you get after each level, or the common boxes that you get are not worth it. They just drop pretty much useless items. No, they give you color. In rare occasions, they give you character skins, previews, voices of the characters that you already like. All of them you like equally, and I mean you like equally in Overwatch. I was gonna try to nitpick that, but no, I sadly couldn't. I really couldn't find a negative with Overwatch. I was trying. I really was trying. I was like, okay, this gotta be a negative. I was like, no, the loot boxes are that's a minor thing, and I can't really nitpick it because that's what the game was designed to do. Make you level up, make you level up for hundreds of hours to get the best loot. And when you have enough currency, you can get the rare stuff. Plus, it's reasonable to buy the character skins. They don't cost that much until you level your character up like significantly. This is not really negatives. This is stuff that I was gonna put in my verdict video that these were the negative, but they were not. Sadly, they were not. I can't think of a negative for Overwatch. I was really trying hard. I was like, okay, it did this wrong, and I was gonna be like a teacher, pencil this, and I was like, no, they did this wrong, they did this wrong. But when I thought about it, really, I was like, they do a lot of things right that future multiplayer games have obviously taken inspiration from Overwatch because Overwatch did it right in 2016. We haven't actually had a lot of good multiplayer games since Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, as you obviously saw videos of those. So, I know you guys probably could leave a comment or definitely subscribe, like how I did there. But you guys can probably find a negative for Overwatch. I just can't. I was trying really hard to think about it. I even was gonna nitpick it for having no single player, yeah, just no story mode or no single player, but it doesn't need to. It accomplished what it needed to be. It needed to be a multiplayer, and then it was going to eventually maybe include a story mode, but it doesn't need it. I think it did a great job, introduces us to this new IP for Blizzard. All honesty, I have some really good memories. Yeah, okay, let's get to it. Let's talk about the positives. The Battle Royale is astounding. I love what Overwatch I love Overwatch's team-based multiplayer. It's my favorite. I think it's my favorite in a long time. Of any team-based multiplayer I have played off and on, as you guys see in my huge playlist or huge amount of videos, Overwatch is my favorite multiplayer team-based. And I'll go into detail about that. The reason why is it's not, yes, it's the standard multiplayer 5 on 5, or I think we're on 6. No, sorry, 6 on 6 that you've seen before. Why would that be a good selling point? Because you are playing superheroes and supervillains. So not only are you playing just like the Soldier 36 is a good example. You can play a shooter like Soldier 36 or a Western. They're all guns blazing, or Cassidy. You can play those two. And it's standard Call of Duty. That's what you want for some of your characters. But if you really want to change, like, just change it up and challenge yourself, play May. Or play Widowmaker. Or play what's her name? Zarya? And Hanzo. Everyone plays significantly well, but why it's my favorite team-based multiplayer, it's the fact that it's really, how do I describe it? I'm so giddy because I love how it does its team base. It's it focuses on team base. You actually feel like a team. The different classes, and this is kind of part of the positive, the different classes that you can play, the tank, the support, or the damage, they're all balanced well. You don't feel overpowered and you don't feel underpowered. I just felt like there was a right amount of balance, and the huge focus on team-based multiplayer is very prevalent whenever I play every match. It just feels like everybody's integral to your team. So if your team screws up, that means that no one picked the right character class to support your team. But if everyone is balanced, like a healer, a tank, and a damage class, it just feels it all gels well. It all gels well in the best way possible. I love that there's a huge focus on the team base. It just feels you're excited to join a team because it's not a toxic community, not like Call of Duty or Rainbow Six Siege, as you guys probably seen. I was trying to think of any people that annoyed the crap out of me or just was toxic in Overwatch. No, everyone was a pleasant to play. Everyone was a pleasant delight to play in every match. It just felt like everybody was just friendly and just felt like we felt like there's a sense of comrade. I can't pronounce camaraderie because I know I'll butcher it. It just felt you just felt like a family. Not like a family, but you felt like a real team. And it just felt good. And so when you actually won, it just felt good. It felt good being team based. I like the focus that they put on the team base because it actually felt like you were a team. Like everybody was important. Everyone had a certain role to do. And you didn't mind staying with the team because you guys already had an ebb and flow and you guys gel well because of the characters you pick. I think that sums it up. Another good example is, let's just say you don't pick Soldier 76. You want to play Mercy. Her style is so different. She's not like gun heavy, but her healing abilities are just changes up the game. You're not playing like an actual kill everything that moves. You're healing and boosting your stats for your other characters or other allies. It's just the fact that it's just the team base works so well. I was actually blown away. I was blown away in 2016, maybe when I got it that year, but I'm still blown away now. I think they did the team-based battle royale, even though we've seen it done now, done to death in 2022. Back then, I think it was done highly well. I still think it's done very well. That might be me being an Overwatch fan. You guys make me a fan. I will admit. I might be a little biased with Overwatch. I wanted to probably give it 10, but no, a 9 is appropriate. Okay, so another positive. And I hope, and I really hope that they do the story mode. I know it's not coming out when Overwatch 2 comes out, but it's coming maybe later down the road, or maybe it's coming out next year. I'm gonna guess it's gonna come out next year, which would suck because I'm excited about the story mode. It's the characters. That's another positive about it. The characters have so much personality to them. I'll show you. I'll show you how much personality they have. Okay, that's Tracer. She's doing a Charleston. Don't you like how... Because when you look at basically Rainbow Six Siege, Apex Legends, or, you know, those Other future multiplayer games, yes, they have personality in terms of their style, but when you talk about the pretty much the characters, they're so emotive. There's layers with these characters. It just feels like there's layers, there's history. The dialogue that you get to hear when you actually get to hear them, it just gives you kind of sense of like you have a story to you. So if they do a story mode, which they are doing in Overwatch 2, I hope it's damn good. I really hope. I hope they don't drop the ball on that because the characters are just well fleshed out. They all have personality quirks and they're just likable too. All of them. I was trying to think of like a character I didn't like in the hero gallery. No, I have too many fan favorites. Too many fan favorites. And it doesn't extend just to the characters. The world. Even though you'll see the same maps after you pretty much put more than 100 hours or more than 50 hours in Overwatch, the areas have like history and lore to it too. Done it well for a multiplayer game. It doesn't give you like explicit details and like glossaries and lore, but there's a sense of place and sense of time, and it just feels like each area is important to each character. So whenever we go to like Japan or to Russia or just specific areas, it just feels like that character's history has been changed from that environment we go to. And I also highly recommend. You guys are probably already seen it, or you probably won't see it. That's okay. Excuse me. I would recommend watch the Overwatch trailer. I just watched it today because I wanted to. I was like, okay, I really like these characters. I was like, I like them. I want to kind of see a few of them, or you know, when Blizzard actually puts their budget in their trailers, the first cinematic trailer they came up with. That's what got me hyped, and I was curious about it. But when you here's an example, Reinhardt. If you watch Honor and Glory, his trailer is the best. I think it's still the best for Overwatch Season 1, you can call it Overwatch Season 1 or 1. But I think his trailer does the best job of showing what this character is about. And it's not just him. The origin stories do well of pretty much showing us what these characters are like too. There was just some characters I was not expecting this level of detail and care, like Genji and Hanzo. Wasn't expecting that. Yeah, there's just so much personality and so much lore that you really want to know about these characters. Plus, they're fun to play. My favorite character to play is Tracer, of course, as you guys will pretty much guess. I'm a Tracer fan. I don't care. Don't judge me. I don't care. Tracer is my fan favorite from Overwatch. And then Reinhardt would be next. But yeah, I just think that the characters were given so much personality that I hope and they could drop the ball and they could screw up, but as we've seen from League of Legends doing Arcane, they were highly successful. Or in our case, Cyberpunk 2077, they did Cyberpunk Edge Runners and they were successful in that show. I love that show. I would watch it again. I have no shame in that. That show was awesome. So yeah, I think Overwatch, I think they made enough money from this, Diablo, and I think there was another one, StarCraft. But I think this was IP that put them in the map also, besides Diablo. I think they could do it. I think they could either do a Netflix TV series or a movie. I would rather they go the TV series. I think they can do it. I think these characters deserve the love and care. You know who I really want them to flesh out? Tracer. Go for Tracer, or no, they already did. No, they gave her an origin story. But I would like to actually see a Netflix TV series for Overwatch. And guess, I bet they'll do some. I'll bet they'll do it, or some TV series. I think the TV series would be a good move because it would flesh everybody out that they need to. The other one who I don't think they can flesh out is Wrecking Ball. I came in like a okay, enough of that. Yeah, so I think I prattle on about the characters too much, but they're good. They're really good. I'm trying to think of a character I did like. I can't think of any character I like. That's good. That's what you want. That's what I want from a multiplayer game. If you give me characters who are going to be like Pixar characters, the least you can do is make them likable. And I did not. I didn't just like anybody. Everybody had some iconic lines, or I read or I watched their trailers and I like them more. Like McCrae, I was like, okay, I was like, all right, he's just Aaron Black, or he's the cowboy of every game that you've seen. I even like McCrae after watching his trailer. Yeah, the ones who I really like after the trailers, May, Reinhardt. Oh yeah, definitely May, definitely Reinhardt, definitely Diva. Those ones stood out. Oh yeah, and Bastion. There's too many. There's too many characters I like. And now we're getting 35 in Overwatch 2. I'm curious of how the new characters will do. Because I already like the Junker Queen. I already liked her trailer. Okay, I think I said enough about the... Yeah, I think I said about the characters. I think this will be a short one. Alright, another one, and maybe this is the last positive, or maybe I'll think of another positive. I like that you get superpowers, or the abilities work so well for each character. It fits each character. Anna, with basically shooting using a sniper, causing them to sleep, or just throwing a grenade to heal, that's so unique. Everybody's playstyle fits them. So the cowboy shoots like 3 shots, or he just has a lock on, it fits. Diva is basically, has a giant, kind of a robot that controls and it does a self-destruct. Works. Doomfist basically has a big freaking fist, but he's also good too. All the characters have unique playstyles that works for them. It not only not matches their personality traits and their quirks, it just is. It's so bloody fun to find. It's so bloody fun to play them. I was trying to think of a character I did like Mercy. I didn't think I was gonna like her. I was like, okay, no one's gonna play Mercy, or okay, May. She's basically everyone's nightmare. No, I was wrong. I got to play almost every character, and I like playing every character. I just do. I can't think of any character I dislike playing because they're all great. Their abilities are useful. That's what you want in a multiplayer game. Not everyone playing the same thing like Call of Duty or Rainbow Six Siege, but actually have different personalities. It works. So whatever playstyle you want to do, if you want to be OP, or if you want to heal everybody, or if you just want to be just wreck everything, or just be kind of like anything in this game in terms of the character class, that's what Overwatch does well. It just feels like everyone plays so distinctively. I was trying to think of which character plays the same. Nobody. Nobody plays the same. This guy uses a bow and arrow, and she uses an ice gun. That's drastically different. I can't think of anybody who is exactly the same. Maybe this girl with this guy. But no, they're really drastically different. I'm actually amazed they took the time and the care to actually make these characters all distinctive. I can't think of a weak character at all. I'm actually excited. I kind of want to go to another match. Oh, well, we'll just mark that as all seen. I just really do want to actually go to another match because they're all played very well. I think I haven't played everyone. I try to think if I have. Maybe there's one character. I don't think I played Pharaoh, but that's how excited I am to go to one more match. And another positive, my last positive, I think they promoted this game very well. Everything that happened in those cinematic trailers and origin stories, that it just went into the game. So everything that you saw for these characters doing in the cinematics or their origin stories, they pretty much 9% of the time they do what we saw in the trailers. I think they had great promotion for being a new IP in 2016 that we just didn't think too much about. We just thought it was going to be another multiplayer game. I just think they did extremely well for a new IP back in 2016. Now, I will admit, does the game get repetitive in terms of multiplayer? Yes. Yes, it does. That's not a negative to me. I think it changes up all the characters And I don't think you're gonna have the same experience all the time. I think there's always gonna be a character that you will cling to, or fits your playstyle. I think that sums it up. I highly recommend Overwatch. You guys, it will probably be a cheap price, of course, because now the game's been out in 2016 and there's always sale price. But I highly recommend to buy it. But if you're not into multiplayer games, this is not the one for you. But yeah, this one I do not regret buying it. I think it had enough content, enough heroes, enough playstyles, so many great memories. It just puts a smile on my face too with Overwatch. Every time I watch one of the trailers that they just spent the money and actually had the budget for, but now they have the budget because their game was successful, I just like coming back to Overwatch. It puts a good smile on my face. It's sad that they're closing Overwatch 1 servers, and it's also sad that we don't have a story mode coming up in Overwatch 2 yet. I really hope they do it justice. I really hope they put the love and care that they put in this game. I hope it translates or it transitions to Overwatch 2. I am bummed out that you had to earn the original heroes after 100 matches. You can buy the premium battle pass. I'm not trying to promote Overwatch 2, but you can buy them. But I think that defeats the purpose. I think you should do the old-fashioned grind until you unlock all the characters with all your work. Because let's face it, I don't think I want to buy a battle pass to get all the characters I got from Overwatch 1. In fact, you know what the developers should have did? They should have gave us like at least half of the original heroes and make us earn the last of the heroes. That would have been cool, but I get it. Corporate greed, all that bullcrap. So, I think that sums up my Overwatch 1 verdict. So, of course, you can leave a like, leave a subscribe. Well, wait, leave a like or subscribe, or leave a comment. Tell me what your favorite multiplayer game was, or who was your favorite hero in Overwatch. It's Tracer. Come on, damn it. It's Tracer or Widowmaker. You guys know it. I know it. It's Tracer. It's okay. We know you guys are a Tracer fan. So anyway, of course, cheers, love. The calories here, and stay tuned.